So many people are in relationships today, but very few of these people have ever experienced love in those relationships. Not because they cannot experience, but because they made their choices without knowing what exactly the partners were looking for. You know, sometimes you're so real. Sometimes your partner is so real, yet you are not. But unfortunately, it comes to a time where when the two of you can compart, it's over. If you guys can compart, you can live together, have children, but there's no love between the two of you. You know, I've done so many videos about compatibility. I've done so many videos about love, and they're all on YouTube. And I said this, that you see, people are chasing to have love. And I will tell somebody this thing. There's something that I wanted to share. You see, if you're that person who's looking for a woman to settle down, you're a man who's looking for a woman to settle down. You're a woman looking for a man to settle down. Like, you want somebody who's going to marry you. Stop chasing for love, because you will never settle down. What you need to go and look for is compatibility. Are you compatible with somebody? Are you compatible with a certain lady? Are you compatible with a certain man? That is what you need to mind if you want to settle down with somebody. Because see, a lot of us today are single, not because they want to be, not because it is their wish, but it is because they're still looking for somebody who can love them the way they love themselves. And they're not getting. They get run down with so many men. They get to run on so many women. And things just break apart and you don't settle down with them. Reason why? We are trying to look or to search for love, which doesn't exist to some extent. But it exists if you know what exactly you're looking for. Looking for love and looking for somebody to settle down with are two different things. Looking to settle down with somebody is looking for a compatible partner. A partner who is compatible to you. Looking for somebody to love you, or looking for love, is looking for somebody who cares, somebody who treats you like you treat yourself, somebody who will offer themselves for you, somebody who will take you and appreciate you, respect you, give you your time, give you the respect accord you the respect that you need, and they are ready to sacrifice for the love that the two of you have. Now, why do people keep on loving wrong people? This is what happens, and that's the video I did yesterday. You see, people get to love wrong people because when you are starting a relationship, do you question yourself, the person that I'm going to love today, are they looking for love? Are they looking for partners to settle down with? Or are they people who are looking for help? And so many people were asking me, what do you mean help? What kind of help? Like how can I identify and know that this person is looking for help and this person is looking for love? It is so easy, guys. Look, somebody who just broke up with his boyfriend or his girlfriend and is still in the process of healing, is still in the process of self-acceptance, is still in the process of reconciling with self and reconciling with the situation, is somebody who's looking for help, not love. And see, a lot of people fall in love with other women or men who have just broken up with their boyfriends or their partners, thinking that you know what? And you know what happens? You assure them. You always assure them that, you know what, I'll treat you better than him. Because it is not that you don't know. It is because you know that they broke up with their partners, so you want to take over. So you know what happens? You promise them that I will treat you better than him. Come to me. I will treat you better than her. Come to me. You know, you expect this person to love you. You expect love from that person. It doesn't work out. Because see, this is somebody who's looking for help. He's not looking for love. He's a desperate person who's in a desperation of proving the person they were in love relationship wrong. They want to prove the guy that he or she was in relationship last long. You know, they just want to some people call it a rebound. They just broke up with their partners. Then, boom, you are in relationship with them. You become a rebound. You see, you have opened your heart. It's not that you are joking or you are taking advantage of them because they broke up, but it's because you love them and you are real and you really needed them. Even when they were dating certain people, you were waiting for that opportunity to come, and you are so real and you are genuine with your love. Akarunga, I can see you, my secretary. Welcome. Welcome, Akarunga. You are so certain that, you know what? I want to love this woman. I want to love this man. But you're forgetting that this man just broke up. He's looking for help. He's looking for somebody to heal her pain or his pain from the breakup that he just had. Number two, this person is looking for somebody who he or she is going to use to show their ex how good they are. You are going to be used as a litmus paper. Those people who went to a chemistry class, there's a paper called litmus paper, and you know how it works. So this person wants to use you to show their exes that they were good. And you know what? If somebody is coming to show someone that they were good, they will forget about loving you. They will forget about love, and they will concentrate more on their exes. They want to know what their ex are doing. In their WhatsApp status, they want to put, they want to take photo with you, put it on their WhatsApp status, and you perfectly thinking that she is sharing on WhatsApp status because she's advertising and announcing to the world that they are in love with you. No. The target of that photo is to their exes. And love doesn't work like that. He is feeding an ex that he's still in conversation with or a communication with, even though it is, I don't know how to call it, it is a parallel conversation because they don't get a one-on-one conversation, but they communicate partially. That's number one way of loving someone who is looking for help. Be careful, because you could be falling in love with somebody thinking that you are finding love, but you're becoming a helper to help these people get out of their problems. So don't rush. When you see a woman or a man who has just broken up from another relationship, who has divorced, even if they have whatever it takes to be the perfect woman or perfect man on earth, give them time. Give them time. In fact, the best thing to do, and I always tell people this, the best thing to do is to be their best friends. Help them to heal, not to date them. It is the same way that I say that if you are a man and a woman comes to you, desperate, hurt, and broken, and you are a man, don't take advantage of that woman. Don't sleep with her. Take her as a friend. Be her angel. Be her guardian. Guide her. Let her heal. Let her have her peace. Let her come back into one piece from the pieces that has been, pierced by those men or those women who were there before. Then, if it was meant to be, it's going to come perfectly, slowly and automatically. You will build that thing in a way that you would not even understand. But you see what happens? We've become vultures. We've become hyenas. We've become, I don't know how we call it, but I call it an old lion who can't run to catch a prey, but they wait for other lions to kill, eat, and then they go and also take a part or a portion of the flesh. When you see a broken, desperate, a woman who doesn't even have a way to put her head, boom, we get into them. We have already put their pants down and we screw them on bed and we sleep with them today, tomorrow, third day. Because they're desperate. They don't even know what's happening. And because they are in that situation, they are vulnerable to us because we will use sweet words. We will use the beautiful words to get them into our beds. But you know what? You could be sleeping with a woman who is perfectly your match, but because you're doing it at this time, the kind of a relationship you have started creating with her is not going to make her the good woman that you really wanted to. And this is how we mess. This is why people fall in love thinking that they are, literally, you are not sleeping with her because you want to use her. But you're sleeping with her because you're finding it easy, because at this time, even though you feel you love her, but this time it is so easier for you to get her because she's desperate. So what are you going to do? What are you doing at that time? You are trying to love somebody who's looking for help, not somebody who's looking for love. Are you seeing how these things are coming in? You are falling in love. It's not that you want to use them. They came, they're desperate, yes. They came, they have a lot of pain in their heart. They came, they are in pieces, but you embraced them, you hugged them, and they felt safe in your hands. But because of that, and you're falling in love with them, you realize that this is the time. And you spoke something sweet to them, and they spread their legs, and relationship started. My dear brother and sister, you are falling in love with somebody who's looking for help, not love. And what is going to happen at the end of this time, time is going to tell, because there's nowhere you two are going to go. It's not going to go anywhere. Because immediately, these people get to a point where they have healed and they have come to their senses and they are themselves, they will leave you destroyed, pierced, used, disappointed, and you will be asking yourself, how stupid was I? Have you ever just, thought about a relationship that you had before and you start asking yourself, where was my mind when I was saying yes to this guy? Where was my mind when I was approaching this woman? It is because we don't take time to think, we don't take time to look at the people and find out what people are looking for. Number 2, how do people fall in love with the people who are looking for help but not love? You see, sometimes there are people who are in groups. You go for a meeting, maybe a birthday party or a certain party organized somewhere, or maybe to a club, and you find a group of people, a group of ladies. These ladies as well, there's a group of gentlemen who perhaps happen to be their boyfriends. But there is one lady in between or amongst these ladies who doesn't have another person, who doesn't have her person. Let me use that term. She's just there. She's just hanging on. They tell, it's called hang on there. Just keep hanging on there. And because you are a guy, and you are also with these guys who happen to be part of this group, yet these guys have their ladies, but you are the only guy who doesn't have a lady. You know what happens? The force, the pressure, the wish of, I don't want to be the odd one out, forces the two of you to come together to start a relationship. You meet someone in a birthday, you meet someone in a club, you meet someone, just because you are alone, he is alone, but you are two groups that are together. The two girls and the two boys are dating, but one boy and one girl, you're not dating. You just met these two groups. What happens? It is easy for you to make this woman your girlfriend. It is easy for this woman to make this man her boyfriend. But what happens is this: there is one person who's looking for help. You're not falling in love here. This is help. Help because one thing is, someone doesn't have another person. we are dancing, you know, the dance hall is going and people are hugging each other and people are having that smart chat, you know, when you're chatting and the music is hitting on from the backstage or even in front of you, you feel some charms. If you are somebody who knows how, you know, being a lifeist person looks like, you know how it feels. But now you're looking at that side, she's dancing alone, I'm dancing alone, and these are my friends, those are her friends, and we are same group. You start a relationship. My brother, that is not love. That is helping somebody. And if you get yourself, your heart, your brain, your mind, your body, and everything into that kind of a relationship, what is going to happen is like, that is the start or the beginning of the miseries that you're going to get in that relationship, because you did not fall in love, but you fell in help. This is what I say. Before you fall in love with somebody, be careful, because you could be falling in love with somebody who's looking for help. And what kind of help is here? It is help of being lonely. I am the odd one out. Everyone, all of my friends have a lady, and by good luck, by chance, their girlfriends came with another lady. So it's easier for me to get this lady into my hook, and relationship starts there. You don't even know this lady. You don't know her characters. You don't know nothing about her. But because it is easy to take them, you get into that relationship. That's how it starts. And you get yourself in the dumb shit. Number 3, how do you fall in love with somebody who's looking for help? People who are lonely. You know, being lonely doesn't mean that somebody is single. You know, you can be single, but you're not lonely. You are so single, but you're not lonely. You are okay with yourself. You love yourself. You give yourself your treat you want. You know, you can get whatever you want for yourself, and you feel satisfied and complete. That is somebody who is single, but not lonely. People don't know how to differentiate between somebody who's single and somebody who's lonely. And therefore, when somebody says that I'm lonely, they think like this person needs a man. You know, a person who's lonely is a person who's having a problem. Is somebody who needs help. And a person who's lonely, the help they can get is either themselves, learning how to be by themselves, and satisfied with that. A person who's lonely can get a company from his own family or her own family to get themselves back to be single but not lonely. A person who's lonely can find a man or a woman to satisfy her ego and the problems that she's having. So most of us fall in love with the people who are lonely, not people who are single. You know, you could be dating someone, but you're lonely. And that's a video we'll do later on, maybe on my YouTube channel. If you go there, our YouTube channel is called John Gora. If you've not subscribed to it, by the way, if you haven't subscribed to my YouTube channel, don't forget to go and subscribe to it, because there are so many videos there that's going to help you out. The name to my YouTube channel is called John Gora. I don't know whether Karunga is still there. She can type it for you guys. You see, you could be having a boyfriend or a girlfriend, or you could be married, but you are lonely. Are you getting my point? You could be single without anyone, but you are not lonely. So what happens is, you don't want to fall in love with somebody who's lonely. You want to fall in love with somebody who is single. You asked, and I'm trying to explain it. You want to fall in love with somebody who is single, not somebody who is lonely. So what happens? What is the problem with the people who are lonely, and why are they people who are looking for help? You see, somebody who is lonely is somebody who doesn't know where he's headed or where she's headed, what she's supposed to do. She doesn't even know about herself. They don't know about themselves. They totally don't even understand themselves. And what happens is they feel lonely, and that loneliness, they need somebody else to come and make them feel like, they're complete. They need someone to come and push them to get to their betterness. And these are the kind of the people that we are getting for love relationship. They were broken before, and they have been living so lonely. They left themselves. They can't buy anything for themselves. And these kind of people, you get in love with them today. Tomorrow, they start asking for money. They start asking for this, for that, for this, for that. These are the kind of people that are always lonely. These are people who can't provide anything for themselves. These are people who they cannot tell you anything that is advisable. You cannot sit with them down and, discuss something or an issue that helps you out. These are people who are lonely. What they are waiting for is somebody who is going to come to rescue them. And how are you going to rescue them? Baby, I'm not paid for rent, baby. Baby, I don't have dinner. Baby, I don't have internet. Baby, I don't have this. I don't have that. Baby, my kid. Baby, my mom. Baby, These are people who are lonely. And when you are getting into this relationship, you're finding them lonely. Not single, lonely. So, you want to be careful to get in love with somebody who is seriously single, not lonely. Konki, thank you so much for subscribing. You have to be very careful because there's so many people out there who are lonely. A lot of people are out there who are lonely. They're not single. They are only single because they don't have a man. But they're totally lonely. And then number two, these people have people in their lives, but they're lonely. It is so much possible for two people to be in a relationship, even married, but they still feel lonely. They don't know themselves. They don't know why they're in that relationship. They don't even know why they got married to these people. And these are the people that when they come to you, and yesterday I was talking to one of my good friends and a student I'm coaching, a very great friend from United States. And I was telling her yesterday that, what? We were having a phone call. I hope she's watching because she told me she will watch my live today. I was supposed to be doing this live yesterday. I hope she's here watching this. So yesterday when we were talking, I told her one thing, that anytime a man comes to you, and women listen to this properly, anytime a man comes to you and tells you these words, that what? I'm just with her because I can do nothing about it, but I don't love her. I'm just with her because we are already married and I cannot divorce because we have kids, but I don't love her. That is the first very big lie that comes from a man. When a man tells you that what, I love you more than I love her. If you just give me a chance, I will love you better than her. But she's still having her. It's a big lie. It's a big lie. It doesn't happen. You see, I was using an example when we were talking about this with my student, and I was telling her that, what, dear, there is room for divorce if you don't feel comfortable in a relationship. There's a room for a breakup if you don't feel comfortable in a relationship. So you don't come to me and you tell me that, what, I'm just in that relationship, but I'm not happy. So that's why I want to be in a relationship with you. That is somebody who's looking for help. And you know the kind of help she's looking for or he's looking for? This is somebody who's married, and because there's something he lacks or she lacks in her marriage, she's coming for you to help her or help him. This is somebody who's in relationship, who's loving a woman or a man, but because there's something she's not getting from that woman that she sees or he sees in you, he's coming to get it from you. This is, you know, a woman who is in love with a man, but because there's something she's not finding in that man and she sees that it's in you, she's coming so you can help her. When you get in love with this person, and you know, it's okay, and I always tell people that, you know what, it's okay to get in love with somebody who's still loving. Even somebody who has a boyfriend or a girlfriend, if they approach you, they want to get to, you know, start a relationship with you, it's okay, it's fine. There's no big issue about that. You never know. Sometimes, yeah, it's not working. But this is what you want to do. You want to ask them a question. If it is not working, why are you not leaving that place? If your relationship is not working, why are you still there? Huh? Why are you still there? Queen Paro, I love you too. You know, a man can come to you and in my country they are called Mubaba, you know, the sponsors. He's really telling you that, you know what, I don't love my wife. I love you. How? And then he sleeps with you 2 hours or 3 hours and he drives back to his home and sleeps in the same bed with that woman he said he doesn't love. And wakes up in the morning, takes breakfast cooked by that woman, dresses clothes that have been ironed and prepared by that woman, and drives to work again and calls you at work and tells you that, you know what, I love you more than my wife. Really? Come on, people, let us just see things from the bigger picture. A woman cannot be telling you, and we call them mumama or sponsors, that she loves you more than her husband, and she's telling you that, you know what, I'm just there because of my family, because I cannot leave this marriage. They paid a big dowry and blah, 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 and I love you more than my husband. And you are taking that, you agree to this woman, you are accepting that, you know what, this woman loves me more than her husband. Like, how? You're going to love this woman, you're going to love this man, but in reality, these are people coming to you to get help.